Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Yappers Club. So, hey guys, what is up? I know you're not used to seeing me at the middle of the week because it is on the day I'm recording, it is a Wednesday, 30 юли. Но, когато го кача, т.е. утре, ще е 31 юли, which means it's officially 1 year of the Yappers Club, which is insane to say. В смисъл, буквално аз не мога повярвам, че този подкаст съществува вече една година. It's insane. When I started it, I was really fucking depressed and really fucking mentally drained and just, she was going through it, guys. I really was going insane. And you know what? We really have matured together. We really have changed together. От тогава до сега, защото сега имам доста повече слушатели от както го започнах. But the ones that were at the beginning, y'all know. Y'all, like, we were in the trenches together. And it's really crazy that for this amount of time, нямам толкова много сабскрайбъри и толкова много гледания. But it is really nice to see that people are like enjoying what I'm saying and like enjoying my content. Because it's not a job to me, like I just love recording. И съобщенията, които получавам, които не получавам толкова често съобщения, but when I do, получавам съобщения в TikTok или в Instagram, от сорта на oh my god, ти нали ми помогна толкова много с тия неща, радвам се, че има човек, който говори за тия неща, така и така и така. And I'm like, what? So it really does make me feel better that, you know, I'm not just doing it for me anymore, because in a way I'm helping y'all. And if I have helped in any way with anything, I am so happy to help, because knowing that someone else is feeling the same way that I am, or has the same thoughts, or is going through the same thing, really just makes me feel like I'm less alone, you know? So it's really nice, and I am so excited to see what happens with this podcast, because I have a lot of plans for the future, for this podcast, for this channel, for everything. And let's just have an intermission for my cat for a second. Okay, so as I said, I'm really excited for the future of this podcast, for the future of the channel. I have a lot of plans that I want to accomplish. I have a lot of dreams for this podcast, because когато го започнах, просто казвам, просто ще качвам и ще говоря някакви глупости, but now I'm like, I really want to like make it like more deep than, you know, just like yapping. But for this week's episode, I just decided to yap, because така започнах, като цяло. Първият епизод беше просто yapping about how fucking depressed I am, and about literally everything, and it was so fucking long. And I decided to do an homage to the first episode and just yap about anything that I have my mind on. Literally. I have no scripts. Чудех се за какво да говоря и после казах, girl, just yap. That's like your thing. So we're just gonna yap for this week's episode. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope this podcast grows more. And thanks for the support, guys. I really do love you. Happy birthday to the Yappers Club, I guess. And also, happy birthday to me. Well, my birthday did pass, you know? And as you all know, if you watched last week's episode, I did went offline, защото реших да си направя почивка. I went on a birthday trip by myself for a whole week, literally with no one else. And because I'm usually not the type of bitch to go to the beach, or like I've never liked the beach, as you all know. I've said it many times before. I don't like the beach. I don't like the water. I don't like getting burned. I don't like the sun. It's not my thing. It's never been my thing. But I decided, you know what? Let me go to a trip. Let me have a trip by myself, because I really needed it. I really needed that break. Also, не си личи косата ми, но now it's red. It's very dark red, because I really had a mental breakdown and I decided to dye my hair again, which, you know, it's the way of life. It's a rite of passage. If you're going insane, dye your hair red, then you'll feel even more insane. And that's how I've been feeling, because, you know, a lot of shit happened, but we're gonna get to that. So my birthday trip, I've never been the type of person to go places by myself, because I've always been very socially anxious. Особено за пътувания или нещо такова, I have to have someone with me. So I'm like, I feel safer. I always have to have someone with me to feel safe and to feel, not as anxious. And this was the first time that I went really far away by myself. And I stayed for a week. Няма да казвам къде because you didn't need to know that, but, I did went offline. And it was actually the best trip I've ever had in such a long time. Because повечето пъти, когато съм пътувал някъде, нали, because I don't travel that much. But when I have, it's always been ruined by something or someone. In my case, someone. And this time, it wasn't ruined. Because for the first time in my life, I felt peace. I felt, calmer than usual. Защото по принцип аз си мислих, че сега като отидеш на някакво, oh my god, I'm gonna be so fucking anxious. I'm not gonna do shit. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna be depressed about it. But I wasn't, Because all in all, никога не съм си изкарал по-добре на почивка, защото бях сам. And, I just went to the beach, sat on the beach all day, and I actually enjoyed the beach, guys. I actually enjoyed the beach. I was climbing rocks. I was exploring, the nature. I was exploring places. It was really, I got a fake Labubu. I have a real one. I have a real Labubu, guys. Don't come for me. But I did get a fake one. And I didn't know it was fake. And I got a little bit mad. But it's fine. It's okay. I'll get a real one. Another one soon. But that's not important. И да, просто си посрещнах рождения ден сам. Which was interesting, защото миналата година пак бях сам на рождения си ден, но просто имах... My best friend was here with me. And I wasn't really by myself. But I was really fucking depressed last year on my birthday. And I didn't want it to be the same this year because си казах, добре, Димитре, I didn't really care about my birthday that much. Смисъл от 2 години вече не ми пука за рождения ми ден толкова много because it's just another day for me. I don't really like celebrating that much. Because like in my brain it's like, girl, you have nothing to celebrate. Like, you're alive, so amen, sister. That's all you can say. Но този път имах какво да празнувам. Because the shit that I went through for the last 2 months were literally they ruined me. And I'm still affected by them. I'm still traumatized by them. There's so much trauma that I need to delve into and work on and journal about. Girl, I journaled like for 2 hours yesterday. 2 whole fucking hours. I was on my desk journaling. So, guys, journal. It does help. You might think it doesn't, but it does help. Even a little bit. It does help. So, yeah, with that being said, този път беше много по-различно, защото не бях толкова, sad. I was a little bit sad because, there is a lot of things that I had to be sad about. I mean, I chose to be sad about them. Because I'm a very emotional person. I'm a very caring person. I have a big heart. И когато имаш голямо сърце, it's a little bit difficult to not care about things or people, especially people. And also, another thing, I did black out. Yes, аз не бях пил алкохол от нова година, because I decided to be sober. And I did black out. And when I say black out, I mean literally blackout drunk. Blackout drunk. Like, I did not know where the fuck I was going. I could not see. Буквално аз не виждах нищо. Аз не виждах до тук. Like, I could not see shit, y'all. I literally blacked the fuck out. Мисля, че се натрових because I drank a lot. By myself, mind you. At the bar. By myself. Really sad when you think about it. But you know what? I wasn't sad. I was having a blast. И после се прибрах в апартамента си. Който, at my Airbnb, whatever. Прибрах се там. Threw up. И се оказа, че I did get poisoned. I got alcohol poisoning. Which was fun, защото на другия ден трябваше да се прибирам. So it was really fun for me. And I did some things that I'm not gonna regret. Because regretting, guys, having regret is literally the dumbest thing ever. Unless you're a bad person and you hurt someone, then you should regret it. But in general, if you make like a mistake when you're drunk or in general, but it doesn't really hurt anyone, you shouldn't regret it, I don't think. I think regret is like kind of useless in most cases. But if you have hurt someone and like really hurt someone, maybe you should fucking regret it. Maybe you should fucking regret it because that builds you as a human being. And maybe you can also apologize because, apologies go a long way. But that's not important, And after I blacked out, the next day was my last day. I was leaving on the next day. So, I did get called an alcoholic. Someone called me and they called me an alcoholic and they told me that I needed fucking help. Professional help, which is insane to say because, girl, no matter what I've done or what I've said, I do not consider myself like a crazy person or even an alcoholic because an alcoholic is crazy. An alcoholic is an alcoholic. Like, if y'all have met an alcoholic or you know someone who struggles with alcohol, you know what alcoholism is. And I know myself, and I know I'm not a fucking alcoholic. So that really did hurt my feelings a little bit because I was like, girl, I drink one fucking time and black out, and I'm an alcoholic now. It's just, I don't know how that works. It really, because I never drink that much. I have never had that much alcohol in my system. Никога не съм се напивал толкова много. So for you to call me an alcoholic just because of that is crazy. But either way, like, you can't really do shit, И последният ден беше was really mentally challenging for me because a lot of things happened on that day, and someone did hurt me tremendously. Like, I was... И тогава, когато този човек ме нараня, аз дори I didn't even cry about it. I was like stunned to speak. Like, I was like, huh? What? Hello? What did you... I was just too stunned to speak. I was silent the whole time because I was like, what do you mean? I sat on my bed in my apartment and I was just, what? I was silent the whole day until I got home. And I realized that instead of crying, instead of being hurt, because I am hurt, I'm still hurt. I was hurt and I still am hurt. That is part of the process. But този път най-силното чувство, което усещах, беше гняв. And I've never felt that much fucking anger in my life. Like, cause I was so angry and disappointed, because being disappointed and being angry are so specific and are so hard for you to manage, especially anger. Защото когато някой те нарани, първата ти реакция е да се натъжиш, да ти е тъжно, да си наранен, да си тъжен, because they hurt you, But in my case, I've been hurt by this person millions of times. I mean, it's not surprising at this point. So I wasn't really hurt. Not hurt, but like, I wasn't really sad. I was more angry, if you know what I mean. Like, I was just like mad. I was mad more at myself because I let that happen and I let that slide once again. But I realized something, and anger does help you go through, being hurt or being, being hurt. Гнева по принцип наистина ти помага с това да се справиш с това какво ти се е случило и да разбереш точно защо си ядосан и какво точно има да оправиш, and what you need to walk away from and let go. And as you all know, I'm a person who really rarely lets things go. Like, I don't let things go that easily, if you know me. And this time I was so mad that I was like, fuck it, I am letting it go. And I do hate that person. And hate is a very strong word as well, защото аз не съм човек, който I hate using that word. I hate using the word hate. Okay, girl. I've never liked the idea of hating someone. Никога не съм харесал идеята за това, ако някой те нареди, аз го ненавиждам, аз го мразя този човек. It really depends on what they did to you, but in most cases, I don't think you should hold like negative feelings about someone who hurt you or someone who did you dirty, because it's not going to make you feel better. Trust me, it's not going to make you feel better. Hate and negative feelings don't build you as a human being. You will never be okay if you have hate towards someone who hurts you. ever, or anger. So for me to feel anger and for me to feel hate was very new for me. It was very weird for me because I'm not used to just being angry at someone for that long and saying things like, I fucking hate that person. I fucking hate their guts. How dare they do that to me? I did this, this, and this. And now I'm like the one that's like the crazy one, the alcoholic one. Like, it was just very fucking weird for me to feel anger. Because I'm not an angry person in most cases. I don't consider myself angry. I don't consider myself a hateful person because a lot of people have done me dirty. You would be surprised. You would be surprised. And I don't care anymore. Like, I don't have the time to hate on them, to send them hate, to be angry, to be spiteful. But this time I was. И за мен това беше много странно, защото колкото и да бях ядосан, в същото време си казах, oh, but yeah, you have the right to be angry. You have the right to be mean, because they were mean back. И по принцип повечето хора ще кажат, когато някой се държи по този начин с теб, ти трябва да се държиш по същия начин с тях. Which I believe in to a degree to that, because in my brain, whatever happens, you just have to try to be good. Just try to be good. Try to be positive. Even if someone is mean to you, even if someone says hurtful things to you, I know it's really hard to keep up the positive mindset and to be positive in that situation. Защото we all have our moments. We all have our moments of weakness where we're like, you know what? No, I'm gonna be fucking mean. И ще кажа отвратителни неща. And I have done that before. And this time I did as well. Because I felt like I needed to like balance it out. I felt like I needed to hurt them as much as they hurt me. But in my case, in a lot of cases, I think, when you do try to hurt the person that hurts you, you're not going to hurt them. Because if they, hear me out, if they hurt you that much, that easily, they will not get hurt by you. You will not be able to hurt them back. Trust me. Защото когато някой те нарани толкова силно, толкова лесно и толкова силно, няма как да си го върнеш. Няма как да им го върнеш, защото дори да им го върнеш, you're not gonna be satisfied, because they're not gonna feel the way you did. They're not gonna accept the hurt. They're not gonna be sad about it. They're not gonna cry about it. Maybe they did. Maybe they will. Maybe they will cry about it. Maybe they will be hurt by it. But in most cases, I don't think that's a thing, because щом някой реши да те нарани по такъв начин, because it is a decision, guys, it is a decision to hurt someone. Maybe not consciously. Maybe it's not a conscious decision, but it is a decision. Maybe subconscious, because when we don't like ourselves, because I feel like when you do hurt someone, I feel like that in most cases comes from insecurity and actually not loving yourself. And for my specific situation, when I got hurt, I realized that, oh, they're projecting. They're projecting their fears and their insecurities and their negative feelings about themselves onto me. And that's just sad to realize that sometimes when people hurt you, it's not because they want to hurt you that bad. You know, they have the worst intentions ever. It's just because they hate themselves and they don't have the love that you have for yourself. And I have learned to love myself the hardest way. В смисъл, буквално аз трябваше да се науча по възможно най-трудния начин да се обичам себе си и да свикна със себе си и да си простя. Because forgiveness is a big part of, you know, dealing with hurt, dealing with anger, dealing with someone hurting you. And, you know, I have talked about forgiveness on this podcast a long time ago. And that was a really hard episode for me to record. But it was also really freeing, because forgiveness is very freeing. But in some cases, никой не е казал, аз не казвам тук, че трябва да прощаваш винаги на всички, които са те наранили, защото някои неща са просто непростими. И аз съм човек, който дори да ми направиш най-непростимото нещо, дори да направиш възможно най-отвратителното нещо, което буквално да ме съсипа до такава степен, че аз да искам да се убия. Even then, I find it in my heart to forgive you, which is not an easy thing. But this time, си казах, maybe I don't want to forgive them. You know, maybe maybe they don't deserve my forgiveness. But you know who does deserve my forgiveness? Me. And I sat down on this on this bed. E se casa, I forgive myself for going through it. I forgive myself for letting them hurt me, for staying where I shouldn't have stayed, for да преглъщам някакви неща, да заобикалям някакви неща, to turn a blind eye to things just because I cared about them, just because I loved them, you know? And I forgave myself for it, because when you care about someone, when you love someone so much, especially me, because when I love, you know, it's a very deep feeling for me. It's a very deep and it's very strong. And when I do love someone that much, when they hurt me, I'm like, what the fuck? Why did I love you then? And it's fine to love someone who hurt you. It's fine to forgive yourself for loving them, even when you shouldn't have. Съвсем нормално е да си простиш това нещо. It's completely normal to forgive yourself for loving someone when maybe you shouldn't have loved them that much. Maybe you should have walked away earlier. Това по никакъв начин не показва стойността ти като човек for loving someone that doesn't love you enough or doesn't show you love like the way you show them love, that doesn't care as much as you care about them. That doesn't mean that you're less. That doesn't mean that you're insane. That doesn't mean you're unlovable. That doesn't mean you deserve it, because everyone deserves love. But sometimes it's really difficult to learn to accept love, where deep down, I think for me, for the longest time, maybe that's why I stayed in that situation for so long, because I thought, yeah, I deserve this. This is the love that I'm getting, and I deserve this specific love. And maybe that's not love. That is not love. Love should feel peaceful. Love should feel calming. Love shouldn't feel like you have to prove yourself to them. You have to look for them. You have to claw your way into their life. You have, like, love shouldn't be survival. Because for me, for the longest time, love was that. Love was survival. You know, I had to survive in that relationship. I have to survive in that love. Because if I don't survive, then I'll never be loved. I'll never find love like that again. And it took me a long time to realize, girl, that's not love. That's not love. You're trying to survive. You're trying to prove yourself to them. Защото също си замисли как аз буквално се опитвах да се докажа пред тях, че мога да обичам. Исках да си докажа любовта пред тях. When in reality, if you love someone and they truly 100,000% love you and care about you and would do anything for you, if they love you that much, you should never prove yourself to them. Ever. And I'd spent almost 2 to 3 years doing that. And it's not surprising that I'm angry now. It's not surprising that I'm a little bit, wait, why did that happen? Why did that happen? I did so much. I gave so much of myself. And I got fucked in the ass at the end. So it's really difficult for you to manage your emotions in yourself in that situation, because all you want to do is get revenge. Like, I know, I get it. Revenge in a lot of ways does make you feel a little bit better. But in the long run, revenge is never the option. Revenge is not a solution to your problems. You know what will fix your problems or make you feel better? Validating yourself. Validating your emotions. Accepting and admitting that the way that they treated me was terrible. They treated me like garbage. И да, наистина боли, когато трябва да си го признаеш това пред себе си, че този човек очевидно се е държал с тебе като парцал, като букук. And it does really hurt, and it is really scary to admit that to yourself, because ти си създал някаква фалшива версия за този човек. И когато тази версия не съществува и се покаже истинската версия на този човек, ти си някакво, what do you mean? That's not who they are. But baby, that's who they are. That's who they are, girl. That's who they are. Unfortunately, that's who they are. When someone does hurt you like that, that is who they are. Because if someone truly does love you, I'm saying it again, they will never hurt you like that. And also, they will not make you prove yourselves to them. They will not make you question your love for them. Because for me, love was survival. It was proving myself. It was questioning whether or not they loved me or I loved them hard enough or how far I was willing to go for them. And when the other person doesn't meet that, it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult to manage it and escape it also. Because for me, when I am in a relationship like that, or I am in a situation like that where I have to prove my love or have to earn my love or question whether or not they love me enough, or какво да направя сега да им покажа, че трябва да сме заедно и какво да направя, че да продължаваме да сме заедно и някакви такива неща. And it's really difficult. Защото когато си единственият човек, който работи върху тия неща, и когато си единственият човек, който прави нещо за тази връзка или каквото и да е, it shouldn't have to be friendship. It shouldn't have to be a relationship. It could be a friendship as well, because it's also a relationship. Но когато ти си единствен човек, който прави нещо за тази връзка да се поддържа, и може би ти си единствен who like carries the weight of that specific relationship, and the other person is just, you know, fuck it, they'll fix it. I don't care. I know I love them. We're in a relationship. Everything will get better if we just wait it out. And waiting in a relationship will fuck you up. It will fuck you up because I've been waiting for so long. I waited 3 years. Not 3 years, but you know, almost 3 years for something to get fixed, to do something. And I was racking my brain. I could not sleep. I could not eat. I was crying myself to sleep. I was going insane, trying to look for a solution to fix the issue of the relationship when the issue was them. Like, yes, I was part of the problem. I am admitting that I was part of the problem at times. I'm not gonna act like that if you don't force me to act like that. Because they forced me to act like that. In a way, you forced my hand to act like that. You forced me to be crazy. You said, I'm sure that motherfucker I'm not gonna be mean, but I'm sure that motherfucker is calling me obsessive, insane, alcoholic too. And it's really funny because I'm like, girl, you made me this way, king. Like, what did you expect to happen? When you're not giving care, love, and understanding to someone who genuinely would die for you, because I was willing to literally die for that person. When you're not giving me the same things I'm giving you, what did you expect to happen? I'll be like, yes, love. Yeah. No. You will go insane. And I did go insane. Guys, I blacked out. Literally blacked out drunk. Which never happens. I don't drink, usually. Не съм пил алкохол, пак казах, от супер дълго време. Because I don't like drinking that much. It's not my thing. А аз съм 28 кредитки хора. Смисъл, аз ако пия повече отколкото трябва, аз ще бъда в болницата on the next day. So, I don't know how I survived, to be honest. Because I was literally dying in that fucking damn apartment. Guys, I was crawling on the ground. Crawling. I could not see past my fucking nose, bitch. But nonetheless, I survived. God said, girl, you have a long way to go. When I was getting back from my trip, because it was a long fucking bus ride, y'all. Аз пътувах толкова дълго време. And I had a lot of time to reflect and think about things and myself and the situation and that other person and relationships in general. And, you know, и си казах, you know what? I deserve more. And for me, аз винаги съм смятал that I deserve the bare minimum. Not even the bare minimum. Even below the bare minimum. But let's say the bare minimum. For the sake of it. Свикнал съм да получавам само the bare minimum from relationships. And because I didn't think I deserved more than that. Because I was like, girl, you're fucking insane. You're crazy. You are just straight jacket. Yeah. И когато най-после си признах, си казах, you know what? No. I do deserve more because I know who I am now. I know what my intentions are. Знам какво бих направил за човек, който обичам и знам колко много ме е грижа за хората и знам колко силно и знам колко силно мога да обичам и знам колко много мога да се грижа за човек, който обичам. And for you to do that to me and for you to blame me for your insecurities and for your issues, girl, of course I would be fucking mad. And people like that never change, guys. Another lesson, въпреки че го казах в миналия епизод, sometimes people never change. And you can't wait for someone to change. Especially for you. Because if someone changes, it should be for them. And I spent such a long time trying to show that person that you can change. I'm here for you. Whatever you need, I'll help you through it. You can change for yourself. Not for me, not for the relationship, but for you. And they didn't. I did, though. And when you do change, you start to notice, oh, like maybe I don't want to be there anymore. Maybe I don't want to go back anymore. Maybe I don't want to stay anymore. Maybe I want to leave. Maybe I want something different. Maybe I want to move on. Maybe I want to let go. Maybe I don't want to be chasing love anymore. Maybe I don't want to prove myself anymore because it's useless, especially in a relationship. So learn when it is time to let go. Единственото нещо, което малко ме гложи тези дни за цялата тази ситуация е, че in my brain, I don't ever want to end things on a bad note with anyone. Especially with that person. But we have a long history of ending things in a bad way. So, I mean, it's not surprising. Because we've always ended things in a bad way. So, it's not fun for me. Аз, когато приключа отношение с който и да е човек, билото приятелство, връзка, каквото и да е, I like to know that we're on good terms. And I can think of you fondly. And that's enough for me. Because I don't like thinking that we ended on a bad term. On like bad terms and we had a bad ending and a fallout, But with this situation, it's really difficult for me to think positively because we did end on a bad note. They said some hurtful things to me. I did as well. And then I just disappeared. I got blocked too. And also, guys, just for the fun of it, I am an alcoholic, from what they know. So, it's really difficult to think like, oh, like maybe we didn't end on, yeah, we did end on bad terms. И това ми е най-гадното. За цялата тази ситуация не съжалявам за абсолютно нищо, дори за това как си говорихме. Просто ми се ще да бяхме приключили in a positive way, And they could finally understand what the fuck I was trying to say or trying to do with all the things I did and said. But sometimes, as we've learned, people never understand. People never learn their lesson. People never see you the way you want to be seen. Не всички ще те виждат по начина, по който ти искаш. And it's sad. It's really sad. It's really hard because you want to be seen like you You want your intentions to be truly seen. And when that person doesn't see them, it's really sad, Because if I did cry, because I did cry a lot. I was crying for myself because I was like, girl, look at what you did. Look at what you got. Look at what you got through. And I'm finally free now. For the first time in my life. I don't feel like I need to prove myself to someone, wait for a text, wait for a call, stay up all night just to think about things and go through things. No, I don't need to do that. And even if I do that, it's part of the process. It's going to get easier with time. But learn that when you are at that point of a relationship where you've ended things badly or in a good way, but you're still mad, you're still hurt, learn that it's okay to go through these questions. It's okay to have these questions, these doubts, these things in your brain. It's normal. That's your body's way of letting you know, like, we're going through it. Like, it's getting better. And these are the final stretches, you know? And anger is part of the process as well, unfortunately, because it's normal to be angry. But one day, trust me, one day you will be able to forgive yourself and them. And even if you don't think they deserve forgiveness right now, so be it. Аз, ако ме питате мен, аз не смятам, че този човек заслужава прошка в момента. Like, if you ask me today, I will say, fuck no. They were terrible. That was a demon. That was literally a demon from hell. That was the devil. El diablo, babe. So, if you ask me right now, they don't deserve forgiveness. But I think with time, you do learn to forgive those people. With time, I do think you learn to forgive everyone because you can't hold that anger. It's useless to hold anger or resentment for whatever they did to you. Because moving with anger and resentment will never get you anywhere. And also, if you think, защото повечето хора имаме въпроси от сорта на ама сега аз съм наранен, а те сигурно са добре, you can't know that. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know how they feel. If you know them well enough, you would know, because I know that person really well. And I know what the fuck they're doing. Is if I'm някаква girl, they don't give a fuck. Like, trust me, they don't care. In my situation. It's different for everyone, but in my situation, I know they don't give a fuck about what they did. They do not care whatsoever. But, you know what? I'll suck it up. It's fine. Аз нямам проблем с това. I know that I'm learning to go through the emotions. I'm facing my fears. I'm facing everything that this relationship brought me. Trauma, hell, darkness, depression, you know, everything. I'm facing all of these things, and I'm proud that I am, because I'm not running away from them. Because most people do run away from that and try to hide it, try to lie to themselves in order to make themselves feel better about the situation. И повечето хора, когато направят нещо такова, да те наранят, те се смятат за прави. Especially if you're narcissistic. Narcissism does play a big role. And your ego as well. If you have ако имаш огромно его, and you're also narcissistic, it's really hard to see your fault in things. It's really hard to have regret. It's really hard to have a genuine conversation and like genuinely apologize, and give closure to someone. It's really hard. And that comes from not validating your own emotions about the situation. That comes from insecurities. That comes from fear. That comes from not loving yourself and not accepting who you are. And when you truly accept who you are with everything that you have, it is a really peaceful thing. It's really a beautiful thing to accept yourself truly who you are as a person. And it took me a long time to accept myself. But hey guys, I'm 23 now. So I am growing. I am maturing. There's a lot of things that I still need to learn and work on. But I'm glad that it's taking me longer. I'm glad it's hard for me. Радвам се, че ми е трудно да ги осъзнавам тия неща и преминавам през супер трудни и гадни ситуации, за да мога да се науча по-добре. Защото ако е лесно, не е интересно, guys. So, I'm glad that I'm going through these emotions and through these situations in these feelings in the hardest way possible. Because you do come out of it way stronger and way clearer in your intentions, in yourself. И се намираш себе си. Защото for a long time, I did lose myself in that relationship. And I don't want to do that again, ever. Because now, the only focus is me, no one else. And let me tell you guys, I did get traumatized for life. Like, ако някой ме пита за тази връзка, само ще кажа, next question. Because it's so much. You don't even know the half of it. Like, it was the greatest and the worst relationship of my life. Literally. It was either really amazing or really fucking terrible. So, I learned that shouldn't be a thing in a relationship. It shouldn't be either really good or really bad. It should be in the middle. It should be just a relationship, peace, comfort. And, if you ask me for advice about if you're going through a certain situation, specific situation with your ex or with someone, anyone actually, who hurt you, it's fine to hate them. It's okay to be mad at yourself even. But forgive yourself. If you don't have the heart to forgive them now, това не те прави лош човек. Или ако изпитваш някаква омраза или някакъв гняв към този човек, не те прави, that doesn't make you a bad person. That just means that you cared about that person. You cared about the relationship. So let yourself feel those things. It's completely normal to feel anger, resentment, disappointment, sadness. I don't want to forgive them. I fucking hate their guts. Do it. Fucking hate their guts. Don't forgive them. But forgive yourself. And let yourself go through all those emotions. And with time, even if you don't see it now, with time, дори ще забравиш за цялата тази ситуация. И си кажеш, oh, well, yeah, I don't care anymore. Because sometimes people don't deserve forgiveness. But I beg to differ. That's just my opinion. Но смятам, че всички заслужаваме прошка. Каквото и да сме направили. Well, it depends. If you're a mass murderer or a rapist, I don't know if you deserve forgiveness. I think you should burn in hell. But for things like that, I think people deserve forgiveness. And you should always move with love and kindness in your heart. Even if it doesn't seem like it's possible right now. Because for me, I've always tried my best to move with kindness and peace and happiness and love and positivity. And it's really difficult to move with those things when you are hurt and disappointed and angry. Because, guys, I've been angry for a whole week. And I've been journaling like an insane person. Ако някой видео отстрани, аз буквално пише така на дневник. Like, I look insane, but let it out, girl. Let it out. Go to a rage room. If you want to get blackout drunk, get blackout drunk. Maybe don't do that. You know what? Maybe don't get blackout drunk. Talk to your friends. Listen to music. Journal. Watch something that makes you feel things. Let yourself cry. Let yourself cry all fucking day if you have to. И ако единственото нещо, което сте направили целия ден е просто да станете от леглото и си измиете зъбите, that's enough. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to heal immediately. You don't have to move on immediately. You don't have to let go immediately. You can still hold on to that person. You can still feel all those things, all the negative, all the positive things. And let yourself actually go through it. Validate yourself. Validate your emotions. Кажи си, ами да, този човек ме нарани и не е окей да те наранява така, защото аз знам какво исках да направя и те ме нараниха въпреки това. И ме накараха да се чувствам по този начин. Validate yourself. Because everything that you go through is a big deal. Every emotion that you feel is a big deal. If you go through life thinking that, nah, it's not a big deal, like they fucking suck, like whatever, I'm gonna move on, I'm gonna fucking watch my own ass, you're not gonna be satisfied in anything, actually. Because when you don't validate your emotions, when you don't validate the pain that you feel from certain situations, било то връзка, някаква травмираща случка, anything, е много трудно да си човек като цяло. Because we as people should care about ourselves and validate our own emotions. И в същото време не можеш да помогнеш на никой, when I think about it. Because when you do give validation to yourself and you validate your own emotions and your own feelings, е толкова по-лесно да помагаш на другите хора, и толкова по-лесно да разбираш другите хора, и толкова по-лесно да валидираш емоциите на другите хора when you validate your own feelings. Because if you don't validate your own feelings, girl, how the fuck are you gonna help someone else, even if you want to? Защото ако някой ти каже, това ми се случи и се чувствам много зле за това, ти си някакво, it's okay, it's gonna get better. Like, you don't validate their emotions because you don't validate your own emotions. You don't see your own emotions. Because everything is a big deal, bitch. Everything is a big deal, especially your feelings. They are a huge deal, and they should be a huge deal to you as well. So yeah. I don't know what this episode was. I think I just wanted to rant and really talk about the demon. The demon that haunted me for years. and still haunts me to this day. I think it was time. Because if you know, you know. And if you are smart enough, you could tell that I have been talking about this person for a long time now. And I think it's time for me to fucking stop. Because I don't want to give any more energy to this person whatsoever. I'm drained. I'm tired. I need to sleep. I need to chill out. I need to meditate. I need to journal. I need to move on. I need to go out. I need to have a drink. But yeah, I think learning to validate yourself and learning to accept what you've gone through, and accept your feelings, let all those feelings in and then let them out. It is a beautiful thing. It does really help you a lot. And it shouldn't be, no one said it's gonna be easy. Никой не казва, че ще е лесно. Никой не казва, че ще отнеме, омага. Искам другия месец вече да съм преминал през това нещо. Искам след 2 месеца да съм вече окей, да мога да... No. Healing isn't linear. It doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it takes years. It takes so long. Depends on you. Depends on you. If you truly want to get healed and you truly want to get better, and you truly want to move on. But for me, maybe I didn't want to move on. Maybe I didn't want to be healed and let go. But now I do. Now I know for sure I want to move on from this situation because I spent so much time going through it. Too much time. Too much of my precious time. And I'm also 23, bitch. And if you are 20 to 23, 24, you have so much more shit you need to do, bitch. So let yourself be alone for a second. Let yourself feel these things. And if you cry all fucking month, do it. Do it. But let yourself do it. Let yourself feel it. Feeling will never, ever, ever be a bad thing. So, yeah. And fuck that person. Bitch. Fuck that person. If they're not gonna give you closure, if you're waiting for closure, if you're waiting for apology, if you're waiting for an explanation, if you want to explain yourself to them, ако искаш да ми кажеш нещо от сорта на oh my god, ти ме нарани така и така и така, надявам се така. No, it's useless, pointless, because they're not gonna give you what you want. I'm sorry, they're not gonna give you closure, they're not gonna apologize, you're not gonna get what you deserve, you're not gonna get anything that you want. So don't fucking do it. Because you're gonna hurt yourself even more. And you don't want to do that. Trust me. Когато преминаваш през такова нещо, последното нещо, което трябва да направиш е да се нараняваш още повече. So, let yourself feel hurt for a second, for a month, for 2, for years even. But don't dwell on it. And don't you ever think that you'll never find love again. Because it's a normal thing when you go through a breakup to feel like I'll never find love again. No one's gonna ever love me again. And realizing that that's not love was what helped me. Because someone loving you should not feel like that. I'm sorry. Love is hard, but it shouldn't feel like you're surviving every day, you know? So someone will love you again, truly love you, and truly care about you. If you let yourself love yourself, if you love yourself, if you truly accept who you are, с всичките си позитивни и негативни части, if you let yourself do that, that person will find you, and you should never chase love. Love should not be chased. You should attract love. So, yeah. I hope this episode helps you in some way, because I know it helped me talking about it, because I've been really wanting to talk about this shit for a long time now, guys. You could tell. And yeah, happy 1 year of the Yappers Club. I'm really excited about the future. I have so many things I want to do with this episode and with my future as well, because I'm only 23. I just turned 23. Живота е пред мен, както се вика. And I'm really excited about the future of us and of myself, what I do, how I feel, where I go, you know? So, yeah. really excited. And I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go rest now. And I'm gonna be seeing you on the next episode. So stay safe. Take care of yourself. If you love someone and you care about someone, tell them. Let them know. But don't you ever stay in a situation where you feel like you shouldn't be in. Even if it hurts to leave, leave. Because you will die there. You will end up dead at the end of the day. So, leave when you feel like leaving. Trust your gut. Drink water. Eat good food. And stay safe. I said that already. Okay. See you in the next one. Bye, girls and gays.